Hi, I'm Sam. I was previously a police officer, Humberside Police, a detective sergeant in the Public Protection Unit. I retired in July 2019 and I wanted to have a new career. I have a love of animals, especially dogs, and so I did my research and decided to go into dog handling. Therefore, I started looking around to see what trainers there were locally, contacted NASDO, had a look at their website, also spoke to people at NASDO asking their advice. I spoke to local dog trainers asking them where there was the need. So I made inquiries to find out where the demand was for handlers, whether it would be explosives or drugs. I then got a list from NASDO of local trainers. I made contact with a local trainer and took it from there. I initially chose explosives because during my research I was told that there was quite a high demand for drug detection courses and therefore quite a number of handlers across the country, so I chose to go for explosives. And I thought with having a security background it wouldn't faze me as much to go for the explosives course, so I chose to do that first with the intention of doing drugs at a later date. Before I actually started the course though, I did actually go and do a couple of observation days. I saw drug detection dogs. I also watched explosive detection dogs before I actually entered onto the course, paid out the money. And so it gave me a feel of what to expect. I did my own research into the choice of dog. I chose a Cocker Spaniel. She began her training as an explosive detection dog. However, she failed due to her own issues in her behaviour. So it was basically, I had the choice of either buying a fully trained dog or a completely green dog. I found out then I made the mistake of picking my dog that way, which is quite a common thing that can happen when you buy a dog as a puppy. You don't know what you're getting. So it was just, the choice I made was the wrong one. However, it's not always the wrong one for everybody. I then later managed to get myself another dog that was far more suited to explosive detection. It ticked all the boxes in relation to detection, his behaviour, his training. He was part trained, which was far more beneficial than getting a puppy. We went through the course, he passed, and he is now a qualified explosive detection dog. Then getting the work for explosive detection is not an easy process. There is quite high demand out there because there's so many handlers and not necessarily all the work for the handlers that are available. Many organisations have their own dogs and therefore don't actually take handlers with their own dogs. However, last year I had a number of projects lined up, a number of festivals, race meetings that would keep me busy all the way through summer, through to autumn. However, due to COVID, it was basically all cancelled. There was no work available. Companies did not have the work to offer anybody, and the events and festivals were no longer going ahead. So therefore that has put the dog handling on hold. To actually get into dog handling is not a cheap process, and I have spent quite a lot of money in relation to myself, in training, equipment and the dog. Spending thousands of pounds for a self-employed role which has no guarantee of income. However, there is light at the end of the tunnel. Boris Johnson has obviously made his announcement that we will gradually be getting back to normal. Life will get back to normal, events will start again, concerts will continue, venues have their own events, race meetings will pick up again eventually. There are the negatives, but if you've got the passion to work with the dogs and the desire, then it is worth every penny and every hour that you put into training.